So we are rolling.
Rolling? Great. So, welcome guys to another episode of Chat with Venki. Today, I have a band that I loved very much. Like I stumbled upon this song just like that. One fine day, YouTube recommendations might came and I heard it. Which was the one? I forgot the name. Where the girl had a bad haircut and she's rowing. What is the song name?
Oh,
Damn.
that's Broken Dreams.
Broken
Yeah,
Dreams.
that's
And
yeah.
just I was speaking to Sankal before we started, like what was being sung and the background, it matched. I felt it so much. So I immediately loved the whole music and the lyrics and the way you were singing and the
Thanks,
song.
John. Thank you.
So welcome,
Thank you.
Tune Hearts.
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
And we have a very young bassist joining us, Mr. Sankal Vyas. Sankal just
like
rose.
very young, like so young that he could be illegal, like you know.
Has he done any illegal shit? That's my question.
I don't think we'll answer that one.
Given the current scenario of the country, better not.
वरना हमारे गाड़ी के बगल में एक रिपोर्टर आएगी कि क्या आप ड्रग्स लेते हैं?
क्या आप ड्रग्स लेते हैं?
Yeah, that was insane, no? Did you watch
too insane. So coming back, let me start my first question that I had for you people was why the name Dune Heart?
Okay, so the name Dune Heart was actually coined by my drummer who could not be here. He has a work meeting going on right now.
Let's introduce him.
So,
what's his name?
Yeah, so his name is Shri Samarth Inamdar. He's currently doing his PhD in archaeology here in Vadodara. So he's like an academician / drummer in our group. And so we have a spread of people. I'm an engineer. This guy's just graduated school and this guy is doing PhD. So when this guy Shri was in school, like he was sitting and he used to always be a little excited, you know, constantly like tapping his feet and banging on the desk. And one of his friends mentioned that it just came out of his mouth. He's like, "You are Dune Heart. Your heart is never still. Like you're always restless, like a sand dune." So that's essentially the essence of it. That dunes, like sand dunes, are ever moving. They move from here to there, like form new ones, old ones get destroyed, and so applying that to heart, so it's kind of like a restless feeling. And I think that's what you hear in our music sometimes, is that sense of restlessness and like nice, agitation. That's it.
And like this, when was this band formed? How long are you guys playing together?
Me and Shri have been playing for, I guess, 5-6 years. So we started in 2013. So that's 7 years, yeah. So, but in 2013, we didn't have a name for the band. We were just like getting together, jamming stuff. And then in 2014, we decided to like take it serious because I had a few compositions. So we were like, why not just play these songs for people? Why not just, you know, start a band like and play something? So then he had this name ready. Like he literally had this name ready. And I'm like, let's start a band. And he's like, it'll be called Dune Heart. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's call it Dune Heart then.
He had a plan in his 10th birthday. I will form a band one day. Whenever the topic came,
उसका नाम Dune Heart.
Dune Heart रखना है.
उसका नाम Dune Heart रखना ही है. And then it kind of fit in with the music that we were writing as well. So that's how. So obviously this guy was, I think, really young when. So this is 6 years back. So this guy must have been 11 or something when we started the band. And essentially we were just playing around, playing a lot of gigs here and there. We were getting quite a lot of gigs because. Mainly we were playing competitions, and plus we would play at colleges because no one had heard blues. I mean, there were only a couple of blues bands which had come before us. So we got to be the only blues band in Baroda playing the blues.
Where are you guys from as of now?
Baroda, all of us.
All of you are from Baroda?
Yeah. Like all of us have been born and brought up in Baroda. I moved to Bangalore for a while, then I was in Bombay, then I've come back here. I'll go back to Bombay. But essentially our roots are here in Baroda.
It's nice. Like, would you consider maybe composing something in your style but in Gujarati?
I don't think I would, because not for anything. It's just that I don't think I'd be able to write anything substantial in Gujarati. The thing is, a lot of people tell me, why don't you write in Hindi? And the thing is, I have no problem in writing against Hindi. It's just that I don't have as good a command, like a writing command over Hindi. So मैं बोल पाऊंगा, but मैं उसको संगीत में नहीं बोल पाऊंगा. Whereas in English, I can form like melodic lines very easily. It's just easier. So,
okay, I have a question.
Yeah,
do you think in Hindi or do you think in English?
I think in English.
So there is no way you can write in Hindi.
Yeah. See, that's why. वो मेरा पूरा वो thought pattern ही, I guess the whole thinking is only in English. So I guess वो मेरा operating system English पे ही run कर रहा है.
And how did you find this guy? But which schools were you roaming in to find this guy for a basic?
Okay, so not to come across as a pervert, I was not roaming in any schools. नहीं तो क्या हुआ कि so this guy, he's been playing bass already. संकल्प तो कितने 3-4 साल से तो already बजा रहा है ना? 4 साल. हाँ तो 4, and he plays really well. So then he was playing with like musicians of my age already. तब I was in Bangalore at that time, and then I came back to Baroda and I wanted to do a gig, and I was looking for a bassist. So then a friend of mine is like, there's this guy, he's like a kid and all, but he plays really well. So then I jammed with him, and what really I liked was that in the first time we played together, I think it was a electric guitar or bass jam hi tha. And like we really clicked in that way that he knew what I was going to play, I knew what he was going to play, and then we were able to like jam. So I knew that okay, this guy is nice, I think he'll be able to play the kind of music that we want to do. And we had just let go of the bassist before him because he was moving to Orissa and all of that was going to happen. So we needed a new bassist anyway, and then this guy happened to come along. And
how did you had any compositions before that? And when you came, Sankalp, what was your experience like? Because Gana to hai, and you had to see the things that songs are about. It's not a common, like it's not romance. The emotions the emotions that you guys write upon are not so simple. They are complex, and I don't want to judge you, but you're 17, man. Like that's where my thought process. Like how are you able to think in the same thought process, and how does your input come in?
मैं compositions जो होता है तो उसके हिसाब से मैं जेलिंग करता हूँ. तो मेरा ऐसा लिरिक्स और उस हिसाब से मैं थोड़ा वो इतना so
you don't think about what lyrics has been written.
Morty. Oh, by the way, just for FY, in case I call him Morty, the reference here, you watch Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah. So he's Morty.
This guy is Morty. He looks like Morty. And he's Morty. The first time I met him, and in fact, हम जब भी gigs वापस शुरू करेंगे ना कोरोना के बाद, I'm going to make him wear a yellow t-shirt on stage.
Yeah.
Like it's fixed.
Like, but is he like Morty? Is my question. You call him Morty by appearance, but by
No, not really. This guy is actually वो है ना थोड़ा छुपा रुस्तम है. अब ज्यादा कुछ बोलेगा नहीं, but बेस उसके हाथ में आ जाएगा ना भाई, तब मजा आता है ऐसे.
Are you really that introvert? Is he really that introvert?
Morty, are you?
No, I am not, I guess.
Whatever you're saying.
I'm not sure.
I guess he's still finding himself.
I think I'll have to rename the video to Roast of Morty. You guys have been performing for 5 years now. How's the whole gig experience? What is your response? What is the response that you've been getting?
So see, so we actually performed from like 2014 to 2016. फिर थोड़ा break ले लिया क्योंकि फिर मैं Bangalore चला गया था and all of that thing happened, and then we got back together and we started gigging again. See, for us, gigging is really fun because number one, we are just a 3-piece band. So 3-piece में already काफी logistics issues sort हो जाते हैं. You don't need to spend a lot of time setting up. Usually we run our processor, तो बस cable डालो, sound वाले को बोलो कि boss ये इतना balancing करना है, and it's really easy for him to balance a 3-piece act. And because it's a 3-piece, we have to rely more on our performance and our showmanship to get the music across. We don't have like an elaborate arrangement around us to support the music. It's just us and our, our performance skill. So usme that really drives us to give it our best every time. Like every time we climb on stage, it's like, bhai, aaj to मचाना है ऐसा. So we've had amazing responses from people. I remember कोई gig के बाद some guy told us कि भाई तुम लोग 3 हो but तुम लोग 30 का काम करते हो, ऐसा something like ये सब कुछ बोल रहे थे. So we try to, that is actually, and with the music that we play with blues, you can actually do that. It's not something that it's not a very elaborate composition where you need a lot of arrangements. बस 3 लोग में क्या है, blues ही बजाना है, तो you just, and it's a very live oriented thing, so you just give it your all in that moment and you try to play as much as you can.
The songs that you have written, they go into a variety of emotions. What is your thought process? Say if you come across idea कि भाई okay this feel sounds good, or do you think about a situation, or then you proceed with the writing? How do you go about it for your songwriting?
Both actually. So I can either write the song about a feeling or about a situation. So you can actually see that in the EP only. If you listen to the song Burn Away is about a feeling. The song starts off with a feeling never felt before comes crawling through that open door. So so that is about the feeling, and then that song Cup of Tea is about the current situation. In fact, the album that we are writing now also has a couple of songs about the current situation and stuff like that. We are writing a song called The Devil's Run. So Devil's Run basically ये जो time है, ये जो the time that we are living in, I'm calling that the Devil's Run. Like अभी सब devil ही मचा रहा है, whatever it is, you just have to survive अभी ऐसा. But coming back to the songs of the EP and talking about feelings, the thing is कि I choose to write about things that people don't want to talk about. Number one being your own, like people are talking about mental health and all of that, but one thing I've noticed is a lot of these conversations are about necessarily avoiding your issues or kind of skirting around them, trying to distract yourself from that feeling by, motivating yourself or doing something. But I'm like, let's talk about it. Let's dive into it. Like if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling like, effed in the head, dive into that feeling, embrace it and see what happens. Like that is what I try to write about.
Wow. Quite deep actually. I've never seen people, you are not trying to give a solution to anything, but just see what you come out of it. You're giving
because
thing.
I can't give a solution for anything. I'm just like one person and I'm going through my own thing, you are going through your own thing, so I can't give a blanket solution. But what I can say is that ultimately जो भी solution है अपने problem का, we only have to find the solution, right? No one else can find the solution for us.
Right.
How do you find the solution? Is to find the solution, you first have to accept and embrace कि problem है, ये problem है, this is what is wrong with me, and just embrace it wholeheartedly, then find a solution from that. So you have to dive into your, like, at least that's been my philosophy when it comes to writing, that dive into your own head, dive into your own mind, see what's there.
So this process, this whole feeling is, you now when you go with your band, when you start jamming, are you all in the same phase, or you think in the songwriting perspective and Sankalp and Shri, they add on the like a accompaniment to it? How does the actual song creation process go? क्योंकि ये फील अगर जैम रूम में है तो बहुत हेवी फील है.
But see, that's the thing, there is a very big contrast. Okay, so हाँ फील काफी सीरियस है, बट तुम हमारे जैम रूम में आओगे ना, इतना मस्ती वाला, like it is so light, like we'll jam like 4 songs, then we'll sit and eat uncle chips, then again we'll do some jamming, फिर कुरकुरे खाएंगे, इसको कुरकुरे नहीं देंगे, and so वो सब मस्ती होती रहे. Because I think what happens is when we are jamming, yes, while we are playing the song, तब एकदम वो seriousness हो. But I think what happens is with music or with the kind of music we write, it's also a little cathartic. So when we play it, we feel good after we have done playing the song. It's like
it's a very
outburst of because वो जो भी वो emotion है वो song में express कर दिया, फिर वो song के बाद अच्छा लगता है कि it's like you have exhaled, like like that.
Nice.
So the rest of the time in the jam room we are just having fun and just like इधर गाँव भर की बातें करते हैं, and then फिर चलो जैम करके वापस 4-5 गाने बजाते हैं.
But I have a question, like अभी इतना सीरियस के बीच में ये गाँव भर के कौन से टॉपिक पे बात करते हो तुम लोग?
Dude, literally गाँव भर की, like जो भी मिले, like अभी तो ठीक है, अभी तो बिग टॉपिक ऑफ कन्वर्सेशन तो है ही कोरोना लॉकडाउन के टाइम पे क्या हो रहा है, क्या करना है, फिर बस एक दूसरे की लेते हैं, दोस्तों की लेते हैं, इसको so because Morty has joined the band now, we tell him experiences that we've had earlier, like gigs we've done, कि वो gig में पता ऐसा हुआ था, वो gig में मेरे प्रोसेसर के ऊपर कौवा हक दिया था, ऐसा सब all these stories. That's a true story by the way. मेरे प्रोसेसर के ऊपर कौवे ने हक दिया, dude. Like, and this is
the processor
2
fine?
minutes before the set. Yeah, the processor was fine. These things are built to last, but
well, I don't know what are the composition of a crow shit, but it's an electronic device, so my mind went there.
मेरी भी काफी, like even I was quite tense, and this happened literally 2 minutes. Like the host said that okay, now we are calling Dune Heart, और मैं मेरा प्रोसेसर उठाने जा रहा हूँ और ऐसा उठाने में बेंड हुआ and ऊपर से वो हक दिया मेरे प्रोसेसर पे, like just on the button. So we recount these experiences and like it's just fun. तो ये सब गाँव भर की बातें में आ जाता है.
But now you are 17. You are my 11th standard now. You are 11th standard.
Completed 12 now.
You are completed 12.
College. No. I played for the college. Yeah, I played for the college.
How do you travel like this? If you guys are performing, you like bunk your college, you leave the studies, and you go for gigs or what?
No. I never do that. I've never done that actually.
Actually, no, but
don't worry, your mom is not watching this the podcast probably.
No, the thing is, we haven't gigged around with him because he only joined the band last year, and
most of last year went in pandemic.
हाँ, exactly. I mean, we did one gig last year, and then when we thought कि हाँ EP release करेंगे, Bombay जाएंगे, Bangalore जाएंगे, सब gig करेंगे, तब कोरोना आ गया and we haven't essentially gone anywhere. So वो उसका टेस्ट अभी आएगा, where we
अभी आएगा, वही मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि बंदा क्या बोलेगा घर पे.
Make him bunk his exams.
I love asking every band that I speak to this question, and I get very happy listening to all the answers that I get. What was your best show till date? Live gig. Best live gig. Are you thinking? Do you have that many, or what?
No, we actually have a lot of gigs because at one point in between 2014 and 2016, me and Shri, we did like some 45 or 48 gigs, dude, in like 2 years. Oh. So every month we were doing. But I think one of the most memorable have to be me and Shri, actually we have this thing called like it's an event called Plug-in that we do every year इधर बड़ौदा में. So the first plug-in हमने किया था 2013 में, and that is actually how me and Shri met because it's basically a indie gig that we do in Baroda, much like you have indie gigs happening in Bombay or Bangalore or anywhere. It's an indie gig we try to do here. It's a huge challenge because a city like Baroda, you do a metal gig, you do a blues gig, you are not assured a lot of public. But we have been consistently doing it since 2013, skipping this year, of course. And then, so now people have started coming in, and last couple of plugins were really good. So this, I think it has to be one of the plugins. So we had like 150, 200 people come in, like specially to see the local bands. And what we do is, it's not just us playing. We have like जो भी 4-5 local bands we try to get them also to play like an hour or hour and a half set. To like just have it as a showcase of the local bands here in Baroda. कि देखो तुम्हारे city में ये music है. And people do turn up because Baroda has a good college culture. No? There are a lot of universities here.
So what about the indie scene? How many bands would you see there, and what are the genres they are into?
Right, in Baroda, so we have अलग-अलग genre के. So we have Sulphur Snow, which is like a Hindi fusion rock. We have Tailored Heaven, which is progressive prog metal. Then we have और कौन है मार्टी? रागा करके एक हिंदी क्लासिकल फ्यूजन बैंड है. हम है ड्यून हार्ट है. फिर श्री का एक मेटल एक्ट है which Morty is also part of Flood of Mutiny. So they are actually I saw your status.
They are releasing a
right. So so Flood of Mutiny is releasing their full length album next month, 13th October. It's an 8-song album, and I have mixed the album for them. In fact, they recorded it here. I have a home studio set up here, so recording idhar hi tha. Then we have another band, Shri ka hi hai, Mark Speed karke, which is dedicated to like classic 80s metal.
80s classic metal.
And the name also sounds like very Michelangelo.
Yeah, Mark Speed hai na. Yeah. Then what other bands do we have? We had Shashwat Bulusu, जो है वो भी इधर बड़ौदा का ही है. तो he's been signed to पागल है ना label पे sign हुआ है वो. तो वो भी बड़ौदा का ही है. The musicians he plays with are from Baroda.
I feel very sad, man. Like, इतना thriving scene है Baroda में, and these names we do have not heard in Bombay.
Right. So होगा वो dude. It'll happen.
मतलब it should
Because
happen.
Yeah, see what happened. Like Bombay and all, number one. See, the number one thing that the problem we have in Gujarat is, dude, we don't have venues. Because places where you have bars, you have pubs, you have any kind of a club or something, you can go play there.
A non-alcoholic.
This is a dry state, right? Yes, this is we have no bars. And it's not like tu koi aisa normal cafe mein, coffee place mein, you can't really do a blues or a rock gig or even a metal gig. You need people to have drinks, you need like a loud venue, you need that ambience to have these bands coming. We don't have venues like that here. So that is number one thing that we don't have. So we can't form a touring circuit here and then go outside to play. And number two is ki ab jaake we are building recording resources in Baroda. Now a lot of people have learned recording skills and are setting up studios in Baroda. So अब जाके Baroda में अच्छे studios है. प्रशांत कुमार करके लड़का है, उसका एक Symphony Analog Studios है. He has like a lot of analog hardware gear. मेरा home studio setup है इधर. Plus एक शुभम कामत करके एक बहुत अच्छा pianist है इधर Baroda में. तो even he has his own studio. So now we have like dedicated band studio setups coming up. So which is why now we are able to record. So Sulphur Snow released their EP on Spotify. Tailored Heaven is recording their EP right now. We have released our EP. So now I think between last year and this year and next year, you will now see bands from Baroda putting out their music.
Do you have any, what do you call it, like a record label supporting indie artists in Baroda?
Because see, number one thing is that for a record label, I think to find us, we do need that level of quality to come out from here. Now the thing is, so far, go ahead. I sense you have a doubt.
My question is like quality. I don't know, because the amount of times I have worked with any record label or any producer for that.
Right.
They do have a thought in their head more on talent. For example, say if I was your producer and if I want to produce six albums for you, sorry, not 6 albums, 6 songs in album for you.
Mm-hmm.
I will make you at least compose me 20 songs and I'll choose 6 out of them.
Right.
I can make you compose n number of songs to find the right ones that I want.
Right.
So if you and the quality of songs entirely depends on how you mix it, how you produce it. You have the melody, you can ask the band to perform. I think the intent with the bands are there. Like if I come to you and if I ask you to give me 50 songs, you will the bands. I'm sure bands will go for it. They will work their hardest to compose new songs to give the right direction. मतलब follow what the producer is asking for. Then quality का question I got a bit thought there. Like, what do you think on that one?
Okay, then I guess you are talking about the kind of record label that I go scouting for artists.
Indie artists.
I had in mind the record. So I think, like the way I understand it, it's a little different. I think an indie record label would be different than a traditional record label like Sony or TCS. I think what you describe is a more commercial record label where they scout for talent and then produce the songs with them. Whereas I think with an indie band, I think a record label would look more for that band's particular sound rather than having a producer.
No. I am saying, like, I'll ask you for 6 songs. I am not going to dictate what type of song you're supposed to write.
Okay.
No, I don't want this one. I don't want this one. You give me your own. But like again, there has to be a trust between the producer and the band also. He's thinking about something else.
Yeah, so we don't have that here. Dude. Right here, what you have is artists and bands managing themselves and putting out their music in an independent fashion. So usme Shashwat got a break because the people at Pagal Haina heard his music out on SoundCloud, because that there was this period of time where he was just working on a lot of music and just putting it up on SoundCloud, and then someone happened to come across
the dream come true for any artist.
Correct. So that's what किसी ने सुना. So that's what we are, all of us are trying to do, all the bands here, is that we are just working on the music and trying to put out volumes of music as much as we can, and I think that makes a difference is when you have, just see why everyone gravitates and remembers Bombay and music, the Bombay music scene is because a lot of good music comes out of Bombay, a lot of good artists come out of Bombay. उसमें वो volume भी है, like quality along with quantity. तो बड़ौदा में quality होगी, quantity अभी हम लोग ला रहे हैं. तो if a significant amount of music starts coming out from Baroda, then I guess Gujarat pe, because it's not like we have had individual artists come out from here. Like there's a guitarist called Ayushi Karnik, Surat ki, who's a fantastic guitarist, Fender Endorsi, and plays killer blues. So it's we have, and plus Cremery karke, there's an independent electronic artist. So even she's from Baroda. She has like racked like some 60,000 plays on Spotify, and she had quite a few features on independent pages.
Give me all these names. I'll contact everyone. I want to get these artists
and make a playlist music from Vadodara. Yeah.
Ana to achhi baat hai. Like you guys coming in. Like tomorrow, if you guys release an album, I'll again try to push it like that way.
Superb, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's one thing that we really try to do as indie artists, is that try to find our audience, because we know that our audience is there. It's there somewhere, and we just need to get the music to connect with these people, and that's where it's a little challenging for independent artists, is that to get the music across, to have it heard by people not in your sphere of influence, because the first 1,000, first 2,000, 3,000 listeners are going to be people in your
किधर से आ ही जाते हैं.
हाँ, कुछ करके word of mouth से, या at least same scene में करके वो 2,000 3. But how do you get from like 3 grand to 10 grand to 20 grand? So that's what the struggle is. And with our band, we were really banking on doing gigs, because as a blues band, we need to play on stage, man. And even when I write the music, I write it with the mindset that I'm playing it in front of a bunch of people. That's how I write it. I imagine an audience and I write my music. So it's already got that live feel in it. And we thought that, yeah, we'll release music and then we'll gig. And because what happens is, कि अभी हम लोग बैठे हैं, and I'll tell you कि, hey Venkat, I heard this band, you should check it out. There's a 50% chance that you'll actually go home and listen to it and follow it. But let's say you're at a bar with your friends, and you know that, okay, yeah, there's a couple of bands who are playing, and then you're drinking, and then you happen to hear the music, and it floors you, and you really, really like that band who's playing. You're going to go home, you're going to follow that band, you're going to follow everything, and you're going to listen to everything that they do. That is the difference between being recommended music by someone and actually listening to that band in front of you and having them floor you, right? So
what
we really were hoping that we could do that.
But I was just drinking coffee when I found you people, man. I found your song.
Or anything.
I went on to wine. So just for all my audience, I was drinking coffee.
Whatever your poison is, yeah. So anyway, so that's why. So by doing live gigs, you end up meeting a lot of people and having your music heard by a lot of people you normally would not have access to, and that's what we have missed out on because of this amazing virus.
Gigs, then, would you consider like performing a Zoom show for like 50 odd people on the other side of camera?
Yes, we would. In fact, part of our new album, the part of the content that's going to be part of the new album is going to be like a live set, like the shot in a very pro manner and then live streamed on Zoom and everything, because we do have the setup necessary to like get the audio across in a nice way. We also have a couple of videographers, so that is going to be part of it, where we perform new songs, like songs from the upcoming album plus songs from the EP. So we want to do a live set of as well.
Very different question था कि commercial perspective में like indie bands का इधर का मूवी इंडस्ट्री में इतना कुछ स्कोप नहीं है. No one is considering indie bands for that matter unless you have some contact with some big guys. One, how was the chance for say a Dune Heart song possible for, because I'm not considering all Gujarati movies are that regional, because they have modern stories also. Would it fit?
Right. Man, I would like to think the music would fit, but the lyrics would not fit.
Okay.
Like if you look at some of our songs, like like songs like Cup of Tea can go over like a peppy whimsical scene. Maybe Love Me can go behind like some hair-raising adventure. I don't know what, but if you look at the lyrics, no, they really clash with any kind of thematic concepts the movies will have. Because with our music, we basically what we do is we take like really grim lyrics and then we wrap it up in really happy music.
Happy music.
So, because if you listen to the title track, no, Stay With Me, only if you listen to the lyrics, it's very depressing. It's like I'm getting old. I know. I'm sure all my friends long dead and gone. So stay with me now. So it's
so
kind
much
of like
desperation, but the background music is nice. But even if you say
it's
that
like
you
stay with me.
But you even if you wrap it up, I felt that, man. Like the chords are not
Yeah.
denying the feel. It's still there. So considering that,
because because वो contrast में actually I would say because we wrap it up in a happy music, उसका feel और ज़्यादा आता है. Because if you take anything in contrast, that thing stands out more, right? Like if sadness is wrapped in happiness, that sadness sticks out a little more. So that is why you will get that feel, even if it is wrapped in a slightly peppy package.
You have leaked your whole thing, man. Now people will all compose songwriting techniques.
No, let them. I to say let them. It's very therapeutic, man. If you can like be very like so. My number one mode of operation that I try to keep in mind while writing is be honest. I try not to write about anything other than what I have experienced or what I feel or what I have seen. So उस हिसाब से we be honest, and if people write honestly, if people take cues from it and they write honestly, all the power to them. It's very therapeutic. It's therapeutic for the writer as well as for the listener.
It's almost like a therapy session talking to you guys. Seriously, man. Like, ऐसा मतलब बाकी बैंड के इतना lot of fun चलता है. अरे क्या इतना late आता था jamming के लिए, but we had a proper discussion. Great. अभी तुम्हारा upcoming album पे you're looking out for 5 songs, right? What are the songs about?
No. Upcoming album has 8 songs, probably 9 songs.
What are the songs about? Have you decided on these?
Yeah, we've already written like 6-7 like song ideas that we are developing now. So it's actually a range of things. So it starts off with. So we have a song called Lonely Dream, which is about. Again, it's a continuation from Burn Away. So the point is to have Lonely Dream as the first song. So it continues from Burn Away. It talks about a similar feeling, but in a slightly different emotion. Then I go a little satirical. There's a song called Simping Away. So do you know what a simp is?
Yeah, I know what a simp is.
Yeah. So and if you I'm sorry, but I find a lot of people these days are simping a lot. Especially because of social media and because you have easy access to talk to women. There's a lot of bloody simps in this roaming about the internet. So the song is called Simping Away, but it's in context of people who cheat in relationships, that even though you have a significant person, a significant other, you're still simping away towards, other women and stuff like that. So that's like a classic blues take on that, like you simps. And then there's Devil's Run that I spoke of. And then we are also planning to do a few different things, like during the second half of the album. I think we are going to go a little more ambient and a little more progressive than like we are not doing traditional blues by the end of the album. And then we are going to try to connect the blues side to this side. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a very sonically interesting, not interesting, but sonically different album, very rich this time. The lyrics have more meaning this time around. So I think it should be good.
Any ETA कब तक expect कर सकते हैं?
2021, bro.
2021. And like what? Early, mid, ending?
Dick, I want to be very optimistic and say early 2021, but I think mid ho jayega because we are really pushing the ball on this one. We are trying to, like, I've already started tracking guitars for the album. But I know there's a lot of elements still missing, a lot of things we need to work on. And then we also need to juggle between when our jam rooms accessible, like how the pandemic situation goes, how much we can meet, how much we'll have to spend time, how much we can coordinate with other musicians. So it's because we want to have like people come in playing saxophone. We want like keyboards on this time. So we have to coordinate a lot. So I'm hoping by mid 2021, it's a massive project, but we hope that we have
because whenever I ask this question, they have a target and it always exceeds by 3 months at least.
Absolutely, it actually does. So even मैं mid 2021 बोल रहा हूँ, I don't want to jinx it, but it could get pushed. But mid 2021 is the deadline I'm putting on myself okay. So that I get my ass in gear and don't like slack off. Because it happened with the EP as well. We started tracking in November. We thought कि भाई November है, 5 गाने हैं, March तक तो आ जाएगा. वो मार्च का जुलाई हो गया, बट
हो जाएगा. थोड़ा डिले तो होता है. नहीं मतलब एक क्वार्टर का डिले तो हो ही जाता है, क्योंकि हो ही जाता है
because you can't factor in everything, dude. You can't. There are a lot of other factors.
The last mastering, उसमें और थोड़ा चेंज करना है क्या? इसको थोड़ा बेटर करना है क्या? इसको ऐसा चेंज करते हैं क्या? इसमें इतना जाता है ना.
So I'm telling you, so we spent about 4. Morty, how long did it take us? It took us like 6-8 months to release the album, the EP. 8 months,
almost 8-9 months.
So of those 8 months, 5 months we spent in tracking. Usme bhi we had to juggle because I was in Bombay for most of the duration. I would come here on the weekends, track and then go back. So we tracked for 5 months and then 3 months it took us to do all the pre-mixing. फिर mix के लिए भेजो, mix से आएगा, फिर हम debate करेंगे, फिर मास्टरिंग के लिए जाएगा, मास्टर से आएगा, फिर हम फिर से डिबेट करेंगे, फिर ये बोलेगा नहीं ये सोलो नहीं है, फिर मैं बोलूंगा नहीं यही सोलो है. चलता रहेगा. भी एक्चुअली स्टे विद मी पे हमारा एक सोलो के ऊपर झगड़ा हुआ था, फाइनल सोलो को लेके. ये दोनों एक कैंप पे नहीं ये सोलो नहीं चलेगा, मैं बोलूंगा यही सोलो चलेगा. And it's really fun to argue about these small things, you know, कि नहीं ये टोन अच्छा नहीं है, मैं बोलूंगा नहीं यही टोन अच्छा है. फिर it's damn fun to argue about these things because it gives you a sense of purpose कि हाँ हम argue, our arguments have gotten better, our arguments have gotten more productive.
What is the most fun argument you ever had?
Oh shit.
You have to choose one, and the like I'm not sure उसका music से कितना related है, but the most fun argument you ever had.
Okay, in what context? Fun argument in what context?
Because see, I don't know. अभी म्यूजिक पर्सपेक्टिव में तो प्रॉपर एक सीरियसनेस भी होता है, बट सबसे फन आर्गुमेंट मे बी ये शर्ट पहन के तुम मत बैठ स्टेज पे, ये शर्ट पे अच्छा नहीं दिखता, अपना फोटो अच्छा नहीं आता. कुड बी दैट वे आल्सो.
I think wait, just hold on man. तो बहुत सोच देने वाला सवाल पूछा. I have to think now. Oh yeah, me and Shri, and so इसके पहले जो basis था ना Glimpse, we have actually fought a lot about what songs to play during our gig. Like we would have a set list, and till 5 minutes before the gig we were arguing about कि ये गाना करना है या नहीं करना है या नहीं करना है. एक बार तो ऐसा हुआ कि I announced the next song and then Shri and Glimpse decided कि ये गाना नहीं करना है. So then I had to announce, okay fine, we are not doing this song, we'll do this song.
How did you announce that you are not doing this song?
You just unannounce it. It doesn't matter. So one thing's there, I mean, I hope like the audience gets to see us live soon, but one thing's there that even when we are live, right, we try not to take ourselves too seriously. We try to treat everything like a joke, even on stage. Like there are, like some of the instances I'll tell you on stage. So there was this one time when me, Shri and Glimpse are playing here in Baroda, and one of the bands that came before us, they left their पानी का bottle, the singer needed a पानी का bottle, वो उधर छोड़ के दिया था, खाली था, empty plastic का bottle. So we are playing, and as we are playing, I look behind, and Glimpse, he's playing the bass, right? But he's lining up the plastic ka bottle, and he wants to play football with me. Like he wants me to like keep my legs, and he wants to hit a goal. While we are playing, I'm in the middle of the song. I'm taking a solo, and I look at him, and he's like, and I'm like, what? And he's like, and then he kicks the bottle. It goes between my legs, and he's like, goal chillata, and then he continues playing. This is in the middle of the song, man. And then फिर in another one of the gigs, हम लोग बजा रहे थे, and so I usually when I'm singing I keep my eyes closed. It just helps me to get in the feel because I'm focusing on playing plus singing. So my eyes are closed. So when I look back, these guys are okay where they are. Okay. So I turned back, I sang a verse, and then I looked back. Our bassist, he went like I don't know how. While he's playing, he got a plastic chair, like he got a chair from somewhere off stage, climbs onto the chair, and then plays the next part while standing on that chair, and then when that part ends, he jumps off the chair, and there's a whole scene. And I didn't get how he managed that while playing. It's just crazy.
I think that's how it's supposed to be, like a band. The thing is कि you have to entertain finally. आप music बजा रहे हो but you are entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people miss the point these days. They take themselves too seriously on stage. The thing is, the audience is not there to. You are there to entertain the audience. The audience is not there to watch you. They're not come to see you particularly. You are there to entertain them. So that's a job we take very seriously. Like we love to entertain our audience. We like to crack jokes. We like to make fun of each other on stage to get the people laughing. Yeah, it's fun. We try to engage the audience in our songs, and our songs have that element where the audience can sing along, can join in. So it's fun. You should. I think we believe like you need to be an entertainer first, and plus a lot of the music that we have been influenced by all had showmans, right? Like if you look at Queen, if you look at Led Zeppelin, if you look at The Doors, all frontmen, all amazing showmen. Like you look at Jim Morrison's presence on stage. You look at Jimmy Page playing his guitar on stage. He looks like a god playing his guitar on stage. So you try to Stevie Ray Vaughan, like a very big influence for the band. Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of those, like he's like a tornado on stage, man. He's insane. So we try to like channel even 1% of it if we can channel for our audience, man.
I remember one video I saw of Stevie live gig. The guy is performing.
Changing strings.
This part of not changing strings. That changing string is one, and another time string broke. His guitar is being changed. The guy came, and by the time the entire band has went silent, he's doing his monologue, singing monologue with para. And by the time, perfect timing, the guitar is connected in tune and it bang on start.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's what you get for having guitar techs on stage. Like his guitar tech is amazing. Like he had him set up like just like that. But
and the trust he had on the tech also, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. He gives me a guitar, I know it's going to be in tune. I know it's going to be perfectly in
tune.
It's amazing. So that's what you look at these people live, and you know that's how you entertain an audience. That's how you put on a show. And that's what essentially we try to do.
See, the thing is, when we were there, we had no idea who to approach for a venue, how to approach for a venue.
Right.
What do you do? Right. What kind of songs set बनाना पड़ता है? वो venue का भी उसमें एक say होता है. वो बताएगा कि okay, this is my audience. Maybe you do 5 songs, but can you do 3-4 of these songs also?
Right.
Like okay, हमारा हो. So you cannot be too choosy there. तो वो सब चीजें बहुत बाद में सीखा, लेकिन तब तक सब बैंड अपना टूट गया था.
But that's one great thing is that the younger generations are learning and getting the advantages of the experiences of those who came before us. Like for example, Morty here he's 17 and he's already part of a EP release and he's already working on his next album. So the subsequent generations that are coming are not only more talented, they have more opportunities, and the people like us who are coming before them, it is kind of a responsibility to lay the framework or at least lay the groundwork for them. Because the next generation of musicians is insanely talented, man. They're super amazing. So they really need they can't be the ones to wither away and get buried under this whole Bollywood music and all the other kinds of popular music. We really need to let these
I
people
make it
shine.
A point कि ये Bollywood पे topic पे जाओ ही नहीं. मतलब
yeah, even I try to avoid the topic completely because I really don't know what to say about that.
But that's why I ask you कि scene इधर इतना खराब है. What is the scene in Baroda or Gujarat? Are the people actually accepting? They like if there is a producer who is okay with an English song, a proper band like a Dionard coming and singing, it's not accepting there also.
Not for anything, not for any major commercial project at least, because the public perception here about English music is very. It's very dismissive. It's almost very dismissive. Not because of the music is bad or anything. It's just it's very different from what people expect to hear and people want to hear. People don't want to listen to English music here. because we don't have as much of an urban culture as you have in metros. Right now, one thing is that in cities like Bangalore, Bombay, and all, you consume a lot of Western content. That's true. Like you consume a lot of Western content, and to an extent, we are all quite Westernized, and the stuff we talk, the content we consume.
True.
In Gujarat, you still have a lot of regional, national, local content being consumed. And so when it comes to music and popular music, most of it is all Bollywood, because people want to listen, and people genuinely enjoy listening to like songs with Punjabi beats and stuff like that, and they aren't open to the idea of listening to indie music here, unless it's music that resonates with the kind of music they already listen to. So like for someone who's writing ghazals, or someone who's doing like good fusion rock or something like that, they has a better chance here than us who write in English. So in a way, we are going ahead with one hand tied behind our back, but we have to stay true to our art, right? We can't change our art based on
I hope the situation changes, man. I'd seriously like to see.
It will.
No, but I want to say that I want to seriously see a band coming out of Baroda or a Gujarat or Ahmedabad who has the regional touch as well and has that fresh sound as well.
Right. I mean, one great band that has already come out of Gujarat is Heat Sink. I mean, they released a video on the Nexa channel right now. They already have 1 million views. They're a jazz. The 4-piece jazz band, Heat Sink. You should really check them out. And
I will.
And Rag, who's the bassist of the band, he also has his studio in Ahmedabad, Compass Box Studio, and they have their own channel that you should check out, because they also help. They have helped the indie scene a lot, actually, because they have indie musicians come into their studio. They record them and shoot a live video of their song for free, man. They're doing it for free. In fact, one of my songs is on their channel as well. So almost every band in Baroda has been covered on their channel. Every great artist in Gujarat has been covered on their channel. You should really check out their channel, Compass Box Studio, and you should check out their band Heat Sink. But do check out the channel. It's really great, like especially in the indie music scene. So it's really great that people are taking initiative, and they have a really good studio setup. The musicians themselves are amazingly talented. I mean, really skilled musicians. So they complement the performances very well. So you should check that out. So we have. So I believe
it's growing.
It's growing, man. We are at the infancy of it. We are like, I guess, the first wave or something. So what happened? The big music boom that happened in the States and UK in like 50s, 60s, 70s, I think is happening now. That we are having this culture of people who actually want to sit and listen to indie music. Otherwise, we would not be having this conversation right now, right?
True.
If that wasn't happening, right? This is an evidence of it being happening.
But like I think we had a wave when all this artists like a Mohit Chauhan or a Shan or a Sonu Nigam got the break.
Right. There was a pop wave. There was a indie pop wave that happened, and then it just kind of fizzled out suddenly. Because I think what happened is all of these indie pop artists went into the industry, right? And they started making music for film.
They started making music for film, only the singer.
Yeah, that's
true. The band was not there anyway.
Like you would not know anything else about the rest of the band who were playing with them. It's the singer.
Everyone knows
one talent. So.
Atif Aslam was from Jal. Who else do you know from Jal, or who else do you know from Silk Route for that matter?
Right.
Kailash, everyone knows, but no one knows about Paresh and Naresh Kamath. Like, they are great musicians.
Right. So that's the thing. So I think that wave of indie pop got absorbed into the industry. It didn't stay indie for very long. And at that time they actually had the backing of all these labels. Like all of these Shan's music and all of this is released on, I think, T Series and Sony Music and Space Income Music.
HMV was also there, I think, in between.
Yeah, so my point being that all of these are big labels who these singers are part of. Now it's like now it's independent music in its true sense. Like actual independent releases are happening where people are releasing their own music, distributing it, marketing it, everything they're doing themselves.
Shara Sankalp, we fried you so much on this.
Yes, का ये dose रोज मिलता है, रोज उसको ऐसा dose मिलता है.
But he's like very cute guy, ऐसा बैठा है. अरे अच्छा, okay, oh nice, it's a podcast. Uncle, you will be coming back again definitely, because I'm planning to invite Blood of Mutiny before you release the album.
Nice, nice.
I want to push that, and I want to know the thought process behind writing that album also. Okay, guys, thank you very much to be a part of the show. It was
Same here, man.
super fun to talk to you, and it was so interesting to know so much about Baroda. I had no idea there were so many great artists from Baroda.
Hey, acha, we have a very strong cultural scene here, not just when it comes to music, but generally when it comes to arts. We have a great fine arts college here. So a lot of creative people reside here. A lot of good art comes out from Baroda. So it's
before you leave, I have one request for you guys. I want you to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please, everyone who are going to watch this podcast and who are going to watch this interview, we at Dune Heart promote Venkat Iyer here, and please like, share, and wait. I hope my finger is pointing in the correct direction. Other direction. Okay. So please like, share, and subscribe Venkat's work. He's doing amazing work with getting indie artists like us to you people and trying to connect us to better audiences and trying to connect you audiences to better artists. So do like, share, and subscribe to his work. Please watch his channel.
Thank you, man. I'm happy.
We loved being here. Yeah, it was a pleasure for all of us to be here. It was great fun. We'll run into you soon in Bombay, hopefully next year, and we'll see each other soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ciao, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, today we had Dune Heart, and there are more artists coming up. I've gotten in touch with Ravi Iyer. I'm going to get in touch with a lot of people. There are a few bands that I'm pursuing from Chennai. I'm going to pursue a lot of bands from Baroda. If you like the content, do get in touch. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. You can reach out to me at chatwithvenki@gmail.com. Chatwithvenki is my Instagram handle. You can connect with her, drop me a message. If you have any suggestions, any critique, everything is appreciated. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.